What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets early Tuesday morning. If I look tired, I am, so feel free to comment away. We'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock discussing all the roster cuts. A few of them have already been kind of reported, so it's going to react to them real quick. First one, obviously, is Streveler was released, and I understand all the reactions on social media, how Jet fans are really disappointed, but I also understand where the Jets are coming from as well. Streveler had an awesome preseason, with all things considered, being that he wasn't getting a lot of reps. To accomplish what he did with very little playing time in practice was really, really remarkable. But at the same time, going into week one, I think Joe Flacco is going to be starting. And I think the Jets, as an insurance policy, want Mike White because they can use the full playbook with Mike White. They feel really comfortable with him running the offense. If you go with Streveler there, who doesn't really understand the playbook, not a lot of experience in the system, everything else, it's kind of like a calculated risk. So I think the Jets are maybe hoping they can get Streveler in the practice squad. And and his story's not over. So we'll see how it goes. I get the whole thing with Streveler, man. I understand it. I just think the Jets are going with their known commodity right now for the best insurance policy for week one. And like every other move, there's a lot of risk with it. The running back position, LaMichael Perine was cut. No surprise whatsoever there. You got Tevin Coleman, you got Michael Carter, you got Breece Hall. There's really no room for Perine. I still think Zonovan Knight was better than Perine at this point. You figure Coleman and Zonovan Knight both return kicks as well. So they're versatile players. So, and the other thing too, Perine just never seem like he had a role. Like he wasn't really overly dominant as a physical back. He wasn't really a speed back. He was just kind of like a back. So nothing, it is what it is. Calvin Jackson, the wide receiver, is also cut. I liked him, but when you look at the wide receiver group, it's so deep. Thus why Denzel Mims wants to be traded. Calvin Jackson, probably a practice squad candidate if he doesn't get signed somewhere else. A very interesting cut to me was Javelin Guidry, who I thought was a solid slot corner, the only one that the Jets have behind Michael Carter. So, unless they have their eye on somebody else or making other moves, the Guidry one caught me by surprise early on. You still have, Bryce Hall, you have, Brandon Echols, who I like, but in terms of the slot, very interesting. Bradley Nye was another cut who had a lot of explosive rushes at the edge. A quick guy, but the Jets again have a lot of depth that on the defensive line and at rusher. So maybe a guy they could try to find to get back to the practice squad as well. But this is probably the first year the Jets have a lot of talent where the cuts are going to be wanted somewhere else. A lot of times they would cut players and nobody would want them. We would overrate them as fans. But these guys, I think Guidry was a player. Bradley and I hope they get back. Obviously Streveler's interesting, but I think tonight's going to be really, really tough when you see some of the cuts coming out. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry I'm speaking too fast. I don't want to be late for work, and I'll talk to you later.